Alright, boys, so we have the live stream details from, well, the FGO live stream that's kind of talking about all the White Day stuff, and I did a more live reaction to a lot of this, but I was really exhausted, I was very tired, and I was very all over the place, and I was like, I don't know if this is really conducive to being a serious video on the channel, so I was like, let me just re-record this real quick. So, on that note, I actually know the most important thing that I do want to talk about. Now, this doesn't really matter. This whole like White Day spectacles thing, you don't care about that. This is literally inside this. This is the new event, right? This bespeckled intellectuals or whatever, right? Basically, the main gimmick is that they're giving like all these people glasses. I mean, if you want my thoughts, I think whack, good. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This is based, we like that Medusa finally has the librarian look. I can't even tell that he's wearing glasses. And Kido looks fine. Karna looks like he's going to recruit you for the US military. Like, he literally looks like he's going to pull up and be like, yes, sir, if you join the US military, I'll buy you this Jeep. And so his looks pretty dope, but I don't like that he reminds me of an army recruiter. He got a whole new costume. It's Arjuna Alter for people that don't know. Merlin's, you can barely tell you're wearing glasses. More just based. Paracelsus just fits. Yours is fine. Nobukatsu. And then why Sanson, right? Those are just my thoughts on those. I mean, it's pretty nice. They're getting costumes, but it just feels a little weird. But the thing that I came to realize as I was recording the video is I was like, oh, wait a minute. Arjuna Alter gets a whole new costume, which means he's probably going to get a rate up. Like, he's probably going to be the main servant for White Day. This is very similar to what happened to Arthur a few years ago, where if you guys remember, Arthur over here, for people that maybe aren't aware, I can show this, but Arthur for White Day a few years ago actually got a new costume, and he was the main rate up servant for White Day, right? He got this whatever it's called, like Dapper Knight or something like that. Yeah, but he got this outfit, and so they made him the new like rate up servant, right? So I think this is exactly 100% going to happen with Arjuna Alter, right? Because we just have a precedent for what's going to happen. Plus, this man is about like 2 years and like 6 months off, right? From like when he last went on rate up. So he's almost pushing 3 years since his return, right? The only other way you could have gotten Arjuna Alter was if you just got really lucky in like the GSSR summons. That is the only way you were able to get this guy. So it's like, if you read Lost Belt 4 and you're like, man, Arjuna Alter is pretty good, sucks to suck, bro. Like, you're just not able to get him. Nope, can't get him. He's unavailable, never coming back. And it's just the most asinine thing, right? Because I understand that Arjuna Alter is good, but my issue is that I don't think DW knows how good their own servants are, because they're like, oh man, like Arjuna Alter's OP, we can't just put him on a bunch of rate ups because, then everyone's going to have him. And then what are they going to not summon for other servants? It's like, first of all, of course people are going to summon for other servants. You still need like Castoria and Scotty to make your arts and quick servants look good. And those are your looping servants, right? It's like, second of all, Arjuna Alter is good, but he's a beat stick. Like, he doesn't have, Pierce invincibility or anything into his kit, right? Like, he can get stomped by like very basic things. It's like he's really good in fights that the enemy's not setting up just massive amounts of damage reduction or NP damage resistance, buster resistance, invincibilities, dodges. Like, a lot of that stuff can kind of stop him a bit. His own special damage mod and the buster down thing helps him in specific areas because he's really good for, it's the Medusa Sisters challenge quest where they basically like give themselves different card type damage reduction. Because he can kind of get around some of that, but that's also more or less because the extra attack is not being reduced. And unironically, I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back, but unironically, because the extra attack is not included in any of the card type buffs, you can just blow people up with like, oh, I'm attacking Medusa. I don't remember which ones have the exact resistance, but like, let's say Medusa has the buster down. You're like, well, I can still smack you with my arts quick and extra attack in this brave chain. So anyway, that being said, that's all to say that DW is very afraid that like this servant can be used to cheese a lot of things, but it's like, dude, you guys have, from the Lost Belts, you have Qi Shi Huang, who's like the best solo servant in the entire game. You have Super Orion, who is probably one of the greatest face card damage dealing servants in the entire game. it's between him and Bazette now, because now that they're both out, I kind of explained that in a video comparing the two of them. And then you have Scotty, who is literally the best quick support servant in the entire game, and actually warped the meta for like a year, right? Because she was so good. It's like, I don't see why all of these other servants can just get like 50 billion raid ups, but then they're afraid of this other guy who's kind of just like, I don't want to be mean, but just like a really strong beat stick, right? I don't want to demean how good he is, right? But I just don't understand why we're going on 2 years plus a couple months since this guy's gone on raid up, because DW doesn't understand the own power level of their servants. Like, it's like, if they can all summon for Arjuna Alter, it's fine, DW. You're not gonna lose money. Like, you still need to get some of the other servants. You can't just only have Arjuna Alter and get through the game. Well, I mean, you probably could, but it wouldn't be a very fun time. Like, there's a lot of boss fights that you'd be like, well, I'm free to play. I got my Arjuna Alter, and then I got my my Shakespeare's, my free to play support. It's just like, all right, bro, I don't know how that's gonna go. But yeah, I don't really understand why they're afraid of him, but he should be coming back on raid up is the general point that I'm getting across here, is that he should be going back on raid up because, well, he's getting something very similar happened with Arthur. So I would 99% expect to see him on raid up in a couple of days. The event starts on the 2nd, as you can see up here. So I would highly expect to see that. The event bonus also looks pretty crazy. Like, this looks like this will be a really just kind of easy event to coast through, because the 100% damage people are Arjuna Alter and Ku Alter, so they aren't going to go absolutely ham taro in this event. Whether you need to use Arjuna Alter for farming, because if you don't remember, he has his own 30% battery here, plus this 20% right here, meaning you can give him a fake 50% battery, and you could technically farm with him with Tamamovich. So you can use him for farming or whatever the challenge quest is, but maybe you're not doing good enough with Arjuna Alter, you need to solo it, boom, you have Ku Alter and you have Gramps down here, and Chi Chi Huang, right? You have like 3 of the best solo servants in the entirety of the game, all getting special damage mods. So I don't know, if you're struggling with the challenge quest, boom, pull one of them out. Then as far as like farming staples go, right? I mean, you have people like Emiya that is on the event damage bonus is going to help him farm a little bit better. Sorry, a little early in the morning, still getting a little tongue-tied. But then we have Achilles. Achilles you can farm if you need quick because of the bonus. These two getting the bonus, though, is definitely very standout, as these are like pretty much the 2 main quick looping servants that I think a lot of people use, because Dante's, if you just have him set up, he's just one of the best looping servants in the entirety of the game. And then because Voyager has a 50% battery, he's very versatile in the way that he can farm. So them getting a bonus is insane. Mel getting a bonus is pretty crazy as well. This is just more important because she already loops pretty well. This is more to just kind of help her secure the farm, right? Just to secure her damage in every node. So that's really strong. Murasaki getting hers is pretty good because, you know, you can obviously loop with her. Vich getting hers is really interesting because, funny enough, you can actually bust her loop with Koyanskaya, like herself. You can just have her get buffed by another Koyanskaya, and then you can use things like Oberon, right, to kind of like give her extra damage for the final wave. It's actually pretty funny. It's almost like if Scotty could quick loop, right? It's just really funny. So if you need to use her for buster looping, you could do that. And then you also just have like some pretty strong servants down here. Like you have Saber Okita Alter if you need to loop with her. Roma's going to be here, so if you want to cheese something like the challenge quest or a boss fight, that's good. Dio Scurry getting a buff, Kama getting a buff as well. Very strong if there's any like tough bosses. If you need to arts loop, boom. Avenger Kama's here. No Space Ishtar, unfortunately. Doman is here as well. He's very good for quick looping as well. Again, Genji being over here, or I guess Genji Slayer is pretty good, as you know, she'll be over here to obliterate whatever the boss is, right? She basically just quick jolter. So this is really interesting, right? This is really, really interesting. We should be getting Arjuna Alter up on a raid up, my bad. And then we should just be having a really nice, smooth event. Because, like, it's just a really strong lineup of different servers that we're able to use. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think of the Bespeckled Intellectuals event? I don't know, dude. It looks like it'll be pretty chill. The only thing is that make sure you finish Lost Belt 4. I think that makes sense because, you know, Arjuna Alter's the headliner of the event. They probably want you to know what the heck's going on with him. Dog, this just bothers me. Like, Ku Alter with the glasses, it bothers me so much. Like, he should have got a whole costume like this. Because if Arjuna Alter needed a costume, because if he was just like this big dude with the wings and he just had some tiny glasses, you never notice it. Same thing for Ku Alter. He's too big, dog. You either needed that or you needed like more notable glasses. Like he needed the Karna shades or something. I don't know. It really just bothers me, dog. So yeah, with all that being said, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice day. Peace, late guys.